Boston Celtics. Oh man, no. I think it's probably, I don't know what team it is near Ray. Right, well, first of all, I'll just give you a little bit of an outline as to why the new website. So there's a few reasons. One of the reasons is that I was paying for a website through a company called ClickFunnels, and there's loads of things, but I just didn't like their ethos. It was one of the things, I didn't like them as a company, so I've been wanting to get off ClickFunnels for years. The other thing is running costs. My running costs were really high, so I was paying my website costs and my mailing list costs, so even to send emails, to have the people on the email list, depending on how many people I get charged a certain amount of months a month. And one of the challenges was if I had a month with low sales, my expenses of maintaining the website and the mailing list exceed. Well, I was just making quite a bad loss in the months where I wasn't making a lot of sales. And for me, guys, just so you know, if I hustle, then I make sales. But if I'm working on the album and I don't hustle, I don't send emails, I'm not on Facebook, then I don't make sales, I don't earn anything. So it's kind of, I'm trying to find a way to spend more time doing the music and less time having to rely on doing marketing and all that stuff. Although you have to do it as a musician, I want to be making the music and spending time on that, not spending time doing so much of the other stuff. The other challenge is that the system's really complicated, so when people ordered stuff, I had to type out the thing and input it into Royal Mail, and had loads of different things, and then doing the labels and doing mail outs was like literally taking me weeks.
Yeah.
So if I did,
room was like Post Office Central.
So this new website that Mafta's designed means that everything will hopefully, well, we've been testing it, should all talk to each other, which will save time, which will again help me focus more on the music. The other thing with the website is that it offers better customer service because it offers you all the tracking and different options from postage, which means you can choose the kind of postage you want rather than, like, so say if you want it tracked or whatever, you can do that. But anyway, so that's the stuff on the website. I think looks a lot better, but we will get to see it in a minute. Okay, right.
All the Americans are joining us.
Oh,
Minnesota, Rafe was from.
So Ray's from Minnesota. I don't know why I thought Alabama.
Maryland.
Maybe he worked in Alabama. I know that there's quite a few people that I know well. People who've been with me from near the start. I think Ray's one of those people. Jeff Himes is a more recent fan. Fan's a weird word, isn't it?
It is a bit weird.
I prefer supporter because fan makes me feel like it's a bit egotistical. Having a fan. Jeff joined recently, but Jeff has got into Dave Bainbridge and Matt Steady. I'm wearing Matt Steady's t-shirt, which I love, and it's great to have new people coming in as well. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, what was I saying? I'm boring myself.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
See, even Heather, this is standard. Yeah. Heather doesn't listen to anything I say.
Were you actually talking?
I need another lick. All right, enough of that nonsense. Let's play some tunes. We have quite a few people here. So, first tune I'm going to play you. Well, spoiler alert. I know that some of you guys who crowdfunded the album quite a long time ago now, perhaps don't want to hear any of the tunes. So I'm not going to play entire bits of the tunes, but I am going to play like little sections just to give you a taste of what we've been up to, because now recently we had Sally come and record vocals. I'm going to play something by Sally. I'm going to play you something by the mighty Troy Donockley, and also just a tune with me singing on. Dear me.
I might go out for that one.
I won't blame you. So I guess the disclaimer is always these aren't mixed. There's still part of these which are demo parts, but some of the parts are the final parts. Like so, the bits of Sally singing is actually the final thing. So this first tune I'm going to play is off a song called "The Mirror of Galadriel." Predominantly written by John Biglands. It's John playing piano on this, and it's a really, really beautiful song. I honestly think it's one of the best bits of music we've ever done, and Sally's singing on it is really stunning. So I'm just going to play you a little bit of this. This is "The Mirror of Galadriel."
The night becomes a lens to what has been, what may be. Do not touch the water, let it guide your deeds. Only glimpses show that all may fall, all may be undone, all may fall, all may be.
And we stop it.
Oh, you tease.
You'll have to wait for the album for the rest. So as you can hear there, just a very, I think, Evanescence-y vibe with the pianos and the strings, and Sally's just amazing vocals on that. And what I love about this song is you'll hear is Sally sings really softly at the start, and she starts to get more and more, the voice gets more and more powerful as it builds. And honestly, Sally herself said one of probably her favourite vocal performance that she's ever done. So I'm really excited for you to hear that one. Just put some comments for me, or if you've got any questions about that one, just put that in the chat, and I'll try and field any questions on that.
Getting lots of love.
Yeah,
Looks like it.
it's a
in the
really.
chat.
There's some really, really stunning moments on this album. I know it's really weird hearing me say that, but it's not like I'm saying my stuff is brilliant. It's just like these musicians who play on this music, and the writing from John, Dan, and Sally has been more involved on this record than any other album. So I just really think it's a strong offering. Yeah. Oh, apparently the website's live. Let's go and have a look.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll.
We
Okay.
don't have any drums.
Let's see. So I'm just type davebronze.com. Let's see if it goes up. Okay, here we go. Just going to do that again. Here we go to the website. Alright, so as you can see, I'll just change if you put me. It's got video built in, which is a bit more. I'm going to take me off actually. Let's just go off.
There you go. Thank you.
And I really love the way the video just fits into the site. There's no audio on it, but it just really conveys kind of like the whole Shire thing. And you got some imagery of Dan there playing out, and me by the sea.
You on a scary high rock.
Sally and Dan playing live, and it just kind of rotates. Oh, the band, the amazing band from the live album. Me at Hardcastle Crags in Yorkshire. Yeah. And so this just rotates round. So all the guests will straight away get, anybody who discovers my music will straight away get a vibe of kind of what the music's about even before hearing it, which is really, really important. Okay. So that's that stuff. Alright, so let's have a look at what else we've got on. I'm going to put my arrow pointer thing on. See, oh, there we go. Way. All right, so obviously got the various pages on there. Oh, actually, I should go back to the home page. So below the main bit, we've got I've got a little blog that I'm going to keep updated there with all the main news, and then you got your shortcuts to all the important stuff there, and some reviews at the bottom, and a picture of my guitar next to a lake in the mountains. Standard.
It's poor guitars.
I know, this one really has taken a beating. The most important thing for me is this page, actually, the free tracks page. And this is where we can encourage people to sign up for the 4 free tracks. That is the way it's most important for me, because I really need to double the size of the fan base, really. So the 4 free tracks is a way of introducing them into my world. So if you know anybody, tell them to get on here and get the free tracks. That really helps me out. And then we have the shop. So the shop now has all the various bundles on it, and you can do tracking, and you can if you add something to the basket. Let's see. It tells you all about the music. Yeah, let's purchase options. Oh, choose size. That's why. Small. Add to basket. And then you have your baskets here, and it gets saved, so you can come back to it and check up on it and all this kind of stuff and check out. So that's going to work a lot better. So today on this website, any orders that you put in, if you use the discount code, oh, I've forgotten it, I don't believe it. I'm gonna have to check it on the email. Maft, give me a shout. What's the discount code? Can you put it in the chat for us? And then it's totally gone off my head. Is it news? Oh, I've forgotten.
You want me to check my email?
Check your email. I can't believe I've forgotten. That's so dumb. New site 20. New site 20. So NEWSITE 20. So that gives you 20% off everything. And Maft was checking that I hadn't put the 20% off the bundles because they're already discounted, but it really is on everything. So if you're going to buy the bundle, it will never be cheaper than today, I don't think. So yeah, it looks like we're getting some orders in already, which is awesome.
Flipping heck.
Yeah, I've had an orders come in from, let's have a shout out from Simon Fothergill. Excellent.
Thank you, Simon.
Cheers, Simon. I don't know if you're on the thing or whether you just jumped on the site, but if you're on the live stream, that's ace. Good stuff. The other thing I should say is the Blu-rays are in stock.
Woohoo!
If you want a Blu-ray, there's 50 made, and they'll probably go quick. So today's the day to grab them. All right. Any questions, guys? Post it in the chat. I'll answer a few questions. Anything, just ask anything. Or if you want to ask Heather something, seeing as she's here.
Easy questions only, please.
Yeah, not music related.
Not
either.
music related or guitar related or.
Well, you could, what's your favourite guitar? You could.
One with 7 strings.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's
to be fair, I don't know. I think I really like your Red Crackle one because that's the
go and
first.
grab that then. Go and grab the one with the red crackle off the
Oh,
wall.
everyone will see me.
See your Jim Jams.
See my gin jams. Oh. Yeah, not embarrassing at all. So this is my favourite one because I think this is the one that you had when I first met you, and then
Yeah, do you want to hold it up so they can
you
see
didn't
it?
have it for a while. Oh, where's the camera? There you go.
Yeah, so this
She's
is
a
my
babe.
this is my first decent guitar. I bought this. I used to work for my dad for £5, which is about $7 for working for him all day on a Saturday. And I used to pay for my own guitar lessons. And I bought this guitar, but then I was really skint when I was a student.
I can't work out your camera.
And I needed to pay rent, so I sold this guitar, and I didn't
You didn't see it for
see
about...
it for 30 years, maybe.
No, I don't think it was that long.
25. We
Something-
are old now. It's quite a while. Anyway,
You might be old.
the top bottom is the guy who had it. I bumped into him, and he still had it, and he gave it me back.
Amazing.
So yeah, Philip Johnson wants to know if we're drinking Yorkshire tea.
We
Yeah,
are.
Of course.
Oh, yes.
Minding Keithley.
Yep. Which is probably why it tastes a little bit interesting.
All
Which
right.
is your favourite guitar?
Oh, it's probably. I mean, it's this one.
It's got to be that one, surely.
It's this one. Followed closely by my super duper fretless one. Yeah, I've put so many miles on this one. I've dropped this in the sea. I've carted it up snowy mountains. I've rebuilt it many times.
It is your baby, isn't it?
This is the one. This is the one I want to be buried to. Send me to Valhalla in this.
I was going to put it as a coffee table.
Anyway, that's a bit morbid. Right, let's listen to another song, guys. So, I'll just load up Cubase, and we'll have a little listen to another track. So this next one I'm gonna play. I'll play you the one that I'm singing on, and we'll finish with the one from Troy. So this new tune is called, this is off the next album, it's called A Knife in the Dark. This is about when Frodo gets stabbed at Weathertop. And one of the main themes of this album, obviously it's all about Fellowship of the Ring, but a lot of the writing really focuses on this idea of persevering against all the odds. And so this song is about the fact that when Frodo gets stabbed by the Nazgul on Weathertop, he has this wound that never heals. In fact, he never leaves him, and even to the point he leaves Middle Earth and goes to the Undying Lands. He still carries this wound, but his whole thing is to persevere and get the job done. So whatever it takes, he'll carry on. So what you're going to hear is Sally's actual vocals, and then my demo vocals, which are not great. So I hope you forgive me for that, and I hope Sally forgives me for playing her lovely vocals against my Gollum vocals. But here we go. So I think you're going to hear a little bit of the guitar solo, and then the outro. I just need to find the right bit. Okay, I'll back it up a little bit. Here we go. Is take a deep breath and just one more step and carry on. Alright. So yeah, just demo vocals for me there. I'll record them properly. Usually when I'm doing vocals, I just pick up the mic that I use for recording my guitar and just sing straight down it quickly just to get the idea down. So that will sound better. You heard Catherine on there playing as well, the pipes with the doubling the lead guitar with the Catherine's Ullum pipes, which is very much the sound that I love. The borrowed from Iona and Dave Bainbridge and Troy. So yeah, so that's another one, Knife in the Dark. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, good stuff.
Alan was asked, have you thought about going on Mastermind?
Oh, for Lord of the Rings. For Lord of the Rings. Do you know, honestly, my knowledge of Lord of the Rings is almost nothing compared to most of the people that I know in that world. Like, I know a lot, but from particularly listening to the Prancing Pony podcast, which is my favourite podcast. But I mean, you can get like a doctorate in Tolkien studies. I mean, you can do a proper degree in it. So there's so much I don't know. Every time I read it, I spot something new. I guess that's why I kind of love the world, because there's so much to it. But yeah, on Mastermind, I don't think I'd do too well, to be honest. Even if I went on Mastermind and try to answer questions about my own songs, I probably wouldn't do too well. Because I forget so much. Certainly not remembering the lyrics.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Good stuff. All right. Any other questions, guys? Oh, Jeff says he's liking the sound of this. Amazing. Yeah. So I'm Frodo. Technically, on this record, Sally is Frodo, because she sings all the songs pretty much from Frodo's perspective. There's only one song that isn't from Frodo's perspective, and that is the Boromir song, which is a really interesting song, which Dan and Sally sing. And the Boromir song is just about that idea of... it's about power and how Boromir wants to take the ring, supposedly to do good, and Frodo resists that. So that's quite an interesting song. But all the rest is sung from Frodo's perspective, sung by Sally. Yeah. So Maft is saying, sometimes I find it hard to tell the difference between the pipes and the guitar. Yeah, right.
So does Dave.
Yeah, so that's partly because I try so hard to imitate the pipes. So, but usually the pipes, I tend to have, they're a bit more, I don't even know how to explain it. What to listen out for. Well, I'll make sure that they're loud enough on this record so you can tell the difference. They usually pan slightly left and right as well, so if you have your headphones on, it's a bit easier to tell. But part of my whole thing is, like, they know me as the bagpipe guy in the guitar world, because that's they're not even bagpipes, but oh, you're the bagpipe guy. That's what I get that. So yeah, cool. All right. What time are we on? It's past. Lindsay says she loves the music. Thank you so much. I'm just going to check, see if we've had any more orders. Always good. Oh wow, yes we have. Amazing. So Richard's ordered some stuff. Thank you, Richard. That's amazing. Really appreciate that. And Sarah Patrick, who is on the stream. Oh, Sarah, you rock. That's amazing. Thank you so much for your generosity. I guess we'll be shipping out CDs over and stuff over the weekend again.
Great.
Amazing. Cool. Oh wow, Sarah really has ordered a lot. Thank you so much. Good stuff. Cool. All right. Unless you have any other sort of questions, I could play one more. Oh, Aquafences, Richard. Thanks, Richard. You rock. Thank you so much for putting your orders in. That's really ace. Yeah, I'm just. Let's have a listen to another tune. I feel like I want to put the website on one more time. Just, yay. Such good memories of that concert, man. Like, every time I go on, I see some of the stuff like we've been up to. It makes me feel pretty happy.
Yeah, you've had some fun, haven't you? Really?
Yeah, that was a crazy day going up that mountain.
Yeah, I don't know if Dan would agree with.
Yeah, Dan was so cold. We got caught in this snowstorm. We were so scared. Yeah. Oh, stuff the gig. There's Catherine. Oh. Anyway, right. Let's have a listen to some music. So this next one I'm going to play you is the one by Troy. So this is a real treat. Now, I just want to tell you, I I'm really tempted to play all of this, but I just don't want to ruin the surprise. But Troy recorded this in one take, so he basically this tune is going to close out the album. It's like a lament for Boromir. It's called May the River Take Him, or at least that's the working title. That title might change when it gets to the final album. And what Dan did is he recorded a tune that he improvised on the whistles, and then I sent that to Troy. And Troy Donockley, who plays with Nightwish, is an absolute legend and probably after Dave Bainbridge, probably my biggest music inspiration. But Troy improvised this take, and he literally said it just felt right. I didn't want to do another take. I just felt like it was magic. So I'm going to play you, maybe about half of it. But seriously, this one just gives me the goosebumps when I listen to it. So I'm just going to have to try and guess where the right bit is on this. Let's see, is it here? Alright, okay. So you're going to hear a little bit of Dan's whistles, and then you're going to hear a little bit of Troy's amazing pipes. Enjoy this, guys. I really want to play more of that, but guys, I want you to hear it properly when the record comes out.
We can listen later, baby.
I know. It's just the amazing thing about the way that worked is Dan recorded his whistles with no backing, and Troy improvised his melody with no backing. So myself and Dan then came back after and added the chords. So it literally was just however Troy and Dan were feeling, they just played out like straight from the heart, and then I've gone back and arranged the orchestration later, which is just, and I think you can really hear that spontaneous kind of like the beauty of that connection. And I totally get why Troy just said that's the take. I just wanted to do one just so it was exactly the way he felt when he was moved by Dan's playing. So I love it. It kind of goes full circle. Like, we've been inspired by Troy and his music and his playing on Iona and Nightwish, and then Dan really on this. Dan's created a piece of music that's then inspired Troy to create a piece of music. It's like it just goes around this kind of snowball effect of all these incredible musicians. Yeah, cool. Right, let's answer some questions.
Maths asked, how many musicians do you have?
On this album,
Is it more or less than
it's the most ever. So we obviously have the core band members, so that's Sally, me, Dan and John, and Mark Swift is back, who's also played a core role. Dave Bainbridge is playing some piano on it. We've got Catherine, we've got Troy, so 2 pipe players. We've got Matt Steady's going to play violin on it. My dad's playing cello. We've got a choir singing, and that's 4-piece choir. Or might be more, maybe 5-piece. And then we've got a full brass section, which I think might be 8 players, because it's trombones, French horns, trumpets, tubas, euphoniums.
I think that's 23.
23, and there's some more as well that I'm not remembering, which I feel bad about. So yeah, plenty of musicians.
Need a bigger stage, I think, for the next gig.
For the next gig, yeah, Albert Hall. Yeah, I think it's a real privilege that these musicians want to be part of this music. I think it's particularly like the choir and the brass players who did the gig. They did that out off their own back, just because they really wanted to be involved, which is a huge compliment. That they are so inspired by the music and the vision that they want to be part of it. So my job in this is sort of as a project manager almost, where I try and get as many brilliant musicians involved and try and delegate to them ownership of the music that they input. And I think that's why the music is more than the sum of its parts, because you get these people, because they feel like they own their bit of their contribution, then it's like they put more of themselves into it. Whereas if I was just hiring session players who just turned up and played what I told them to play, I just don't think it'd be the same thing. So sometimes that means I have to let go of some things to give them more freedom to do their thing, but invariably, giving up a guitar solo for something else, for I don't know, a vocal solo or whatever, is always in the end that the music's better for it and appeals to more people. Well, that's the idea anyway. So yeah, so it's a huge privilege. And where we're at with the album now is that all Sally's parts are recorded, all the bass and drums are done. I'm halfway through the guitar solos, so working really hard on those, and then choir and brass recording is in 2 weeks, where I've got a whole load of time booked. We've got a hall booked for the big choir sounds and the big brass sounds, and then we're going to do the more poppy ones in the studio here with the choir. After that, it's just string players, some piano stuff, Dave Bainbridge. Yeah, so we're getting close. There's still like a lot of work to do, but really now the website's out and done, the main focus is just going to be like closing out album 4. So Leonard is at a crazy budget. So far, so we raised £20,000, which is something like $26,000 for the crowdfunder. I will have spent every penny of that by summer. It's thanks to you guys crowdfunding it that I've been able to be a lot more ambitious with this recording and book more studio time and more musicians. Dave Bainbridge is still down to mix that, so hopefully he won't be too busy. Hopefully his album will be out soon so he can start working on mine. Yeah, rough length. I know it almost fills a CD, so it's about 70 something minutes. It's over an hour. It's the longest album we've done. In fact, I had to leave a couple of songs out because we couldn't fit it onto one album. And I didn't really feel like I wanted to do a double album, so it's pretty much as much music as you can fit onto a CD. So it's going to be, I think it's 14 or 15 songs, which maybe Return to Order had 14, I can't remember now. Do I have a copy? course I don't.
Nope.
Yeah, but it's the longest album we've done, and it's all really varied. We've got really beautiful stuff like the stuff you've just heard with Troy and Sally singing, and then we've got really heavy stuff. We've got some Zeppelin, like Led Zeppelin-y stuff, but with obviously all the orchestration and stuff. We've got my crazy guitar stuff. So there's a real variety of stuff. Yeah. Good stuff. All right. I think we're pretty much done, guys. I just want to publicly say a massive thank you to Matthew, giving his son the name, Maft as we call him, Maft Morley, for doing the website. He's really gone above and beyond to get this website exactly how I want it, and he's worked really hard on the testing and integrating the shop and the mailing, and he's, yeah, it's again just like using the musicians. Like Maft is part of the team. He's worked extra hard because I think he's trying to support what we do. So just thanks, Maft. You're a legend. Yeah. Oh, what, Heather? Oh, and thanks to Heather for...
Thank you, Dave. Anytime.
For the cups of tea and the constant tolerance of my...
Nonsense, yes.
My obsessive guitar playing nature. So, yeah, Team Bronze.
Yay, we rock.
Good stuff. Right, thanks for tuning in. I really can't think of anything else to say. Oh, let's just check if we had any more sales.
Matthew is when he's in trouble, apparently. So, you're not in trouble, Maft.
Yeah. Good stuff, guys. Cool. Thanks, everyone. I think we'll finish there. Unless you have one last question, I'll give you a minute just to say goodbye or ask us something, and then we'll...
I need another cup of Yorkshire tea.
I know. I'll have to go back down mine, lass.
Back down mine.
Minus some more tea leaves.
From Keithley.
Yeah. That's the only good thing that's come out of Keithley, Yorkshire tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. Cool. I think I'm going to call this web launch done. Cheers, everyone. And, yeah.
Go and have a cup of tea.
Good stuff. Oh, it's Ray. Ray's birthday. Happy birthday, Ray. Thanks for reminding me.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy That's very impressive. You sang that in the key of C.
I
Excellent. All right, good stuff. Oh, Barry wants to end with one more piece. Oh, Barry, I can't, man. I can't. I already feel like I've done too many spoilers. You'll have to. Happy birthday there. There's your piece of music. All right.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. See you later.
Bye.